Ireland to become the first EU state to label Israeli settlement program annexation.
Here's a summary of the article.
Ireland is set to become the first EU country to recognize the Israeli settlement in Palestinian territory as annexation when the Dáil votes on a motion tomorrow. In a significant move, Foreign Affairs Minister Simon Coveney has said the scale, pace and nature of Israel's actions amount to de facto annexation. He told the Dáil that a return to business as usual and the expansion of illegal settlements in the occupied Palestinian territory cannot be accepted. We cannot return to the flouting of international law, with the expansion of illegal settlements into occupied Palestinian territory. Cross-party motion blocked by SF. Speaking during a debate on a motion brought forward by Sinn Féin, Mr. Coveney said the government had worked with the opposition to come up with a cross-party motion on the matter. A government amendment to include a condemnation of the actions of Hamas passed the Dáil tonight, paving the way for a passing of the main motion recognizing annexation tomorrow afternoon. During the debate, Sinn Féin President Mary Lou MacDonald accused Israel of being a serial violator of international law and human rights.
This post received a score of 59,000, with an upvote ratio of 81%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
When I visited Belfast, I took a tour which included the Catholic and Protestant parts of the city. The Catholics had pro-Palestinian murals and the Protestants had pro-Israel ones. I thought it was interesting how they had adopted sides because they were similar to their own political situation.
Irish republicanism has had links with Palestinian organizations for decades. You'll also find a lot of Irish Republicans and trade unionists have been to Palestine on aid missions and organized solidarity, fundraising, etc. for Palestinian people.
So weird how religion creates these weird proxy war situations. Instead of people fighting alongside people, it's a peoples with their supporters' money and coincident belief fighting another peoples with their supporters' money and their supporters' money and coincident belief. Is it too much for the supporters to just agree to disagree in one's own home nation that they instead agree within their own land, and disagree in an entirely different land? Edit. Thank you for the comments, it makes a lot more sense now. This is a fight between colonizers and the colonized. Like the Israel-Palestine situation, religion is not the only factor in the conflict. Ethnic and linguistic divides also play a role.
And Catholics really buzz off statues and Protestants don't so much.
Is our unexpected dairy girls a thing yet?
The Irish were always pro-Palestine.
As they should be. Years of being oppressed by a foreign nation that wouldn't let them vote or control their own land may do that to you.
The Irish have been subjected to hundreds of years of bullshit from their neighbour. They can spot rogue states better than most.
It means Ireland got balls bigger than everyone else in Europe. Only because it was until just over 100 years ago that Ireland was in a similar situation against the then British Empire.
During Cromwell's campaign alone 47% of all Irish people died. This was in the 1600s. People also don't realise the fact Irish people speak English is a prime example of what they went through. It's not even the native language of Ireland. I just went on a 50-minute Wikipedia exploration session about this. Thank you.
What did you learn that interested you most?
I had no idea that Cromwell was so instrumental in the formation of the First Republic in Britain. I also found out that due to a combination of war crimes and an inconveniently timed plague outbreak, the highest estimate for casualties was actually 83% of Ireland's population. Cromwell's army was also supported by a group of 50,000 indentured workers. These workers were a blend of locals and parliamentarians who worked for free in exchange for a payment of land and gold at the end of the campaign.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.